You did everything right. You set up the second account. You automated the transfer. For a few weeks it actually worked, and then something came up, not an emergency, just something you wanted, and you thought, I'll just move a little back. Just this once. And a week later you did it again. And now the account that was supposed to protect you is basically just a slower version of your checking account. If that's happened to you, I need you to hear this. It's not that you lack discipline. It's that your quiet account was never actually quiet. It was just far away. And far away is not the same as protected. There's a difference between money that's hard to reach and money that's hard to justify reaching. Today we're fixing that second part. This is video 2 on this channel, building on the separate automate forget system from last time. If you haven't watched that one, this will still make sense on its own, but that's the foundation this builds on. If you're finding this useful, subscribe, because we're doing one of these every week. Here's what's actually happening when you move money back. Your brain isn't being weak. It's doing exactly what it's designed to do, which is find the easiest path to relieve a want. And if moving money back takes 11 seconds in an app, your brain will always find a reason those 11 seconds are worth it. Not because you're undisciplined. Because 11 seconds of friction can't compete with an immediate want. This is true for basically everyone, not just people who struggle with money. The problem was never you. The problem is the account was one tap away. So here's the fix. I call it the friction ladder. The idea is simple. The amount of friction between you and your savings should match how much you actually trust yourself in the moment you're tempted. Not how much you trust yourself right now, calm, watching a video about money. How much you trust yourself at 9 p.m. After a hard day, staring at something you want to buy. Level 1 is for people who rarely raid their savings. This is just a separate account at your own bank, no card attached, app notifications off. Enough distance that it takes a deliberate transfer, not a tap. Level 2 is for people who've caught themselves moving money back more than once. This is a separate account at a completely different bank, one that isn't saved in your phone's browser, one where logging in requires actually typing the website and finding your password. You're not locking yourself out. You're adding just enough steps that the impulse has time to fade before you finish. Level 3 is for people who know, honestly, that levels 1 and 2 won't hold. This is where you remove your own instant access entirely. Some banks let you set a required notice period before a withdrawal. Or you give a trusted person, a partner, a parent, a close friend, the ability to see the account but not you the ability to move money out alone. That might sound extreme. It's not. It's just matching the lock to the actual risk. Here's the part most people get wrong. They pick level 1 because it feels less embarrassing, even when they know they're a level 3. Choosing the wrong level isn't discipline, it's ego. The friction ladder only works if you pick the level that matches your actual behavior, not the level that matches how you'd like to see yourself. Let me tell you about someone I'll call Marcus. Marcus had a savings account for almost 2 years. On paper it looked fine. In practice, the balance never really grew, because every few weeks something would pull him back in, a sale, a bad day, a friend's trip. He wasn't spending recklessly. He was just one tap away from himself, every single time. He was honest enough to admit he was a level 3, not a level 1. So he moved his savings to a bank that wasn't linked to anything on his phone, and he asked his sister to be the one who could see the balance. Not control it. Just see it. Enough that if he mentioned pulling money out for something random, she'd ask why. That was it. No lecture, no shame, just one extra witness between him and the impulse. 8 months later, for the first time since he'd started, the account had never gone backward. Not because he'd suddenly developed more willpower. Because he'd finally built a system that didn't require any. That's the whole point of the friction ladder. It's not about punishing yourself or treating your own money like it's dangerous. It's about being honest about how much friction you actually need, and building exactly that much, no more, no less. If you've built a quiet account and it keeps getting raided, it's not broken willpower. It's the wrong level of friction. Go pick the level that matches who you actually are at 9 p.m., not who you are right now. Subscribe if this is useful, because next time we're covering what to do the first time you actually need to use this money. And I want to know, honestly, which level are you? 1, 2, or 3? Put it in the comments.